Would you like to do your best every day, but feel like your energy and attention are always slipping away? Imagine learning the science behind top performance and getting your mind and body in shape like the great samurai Miyamoto Musashi. You'll learn the 7 powerful strategies that top performers use to do well in everything they do in this video. Step 1. Sync with your ultradian rhythms. Ultradian rhythms are natural waves that run through the brain. They are made up of 90 to 120 minutes of intense focus followed by 10 to 20 minutes of lessened energy and attention. High workers know how to deal with these cycles and plan to put in extra work during the peaks and take time off during the troughs. Setting a clear goal and deciding to work with a sense of clean aggression for 90 minutes each day will help you plan your day around these cycles. After the block is over, take a break for 10 to 15 minutes to rest, stretch, walk, or drink water. In his theory of timing, Musashi stresses how important timing is and how important timing is to success. To get in sync with your ultradian cycles, protect 1 more block in the afternoon and stack 2 or 3 deep blocks in the morning when you have the most willpower. When you're feeling tired, do lighter jobs. This rhythm also tells you what to eat and drink. For example, it says to eat something light before you do deep work and to drink coffee at the start of a deep block. You can increase your ability without straining yourself if you align with your cycles. Step 2. Prime your environment for deep work. Your setting has a big impact on how well you do or how poorly you do. Get rid of visual clutter and only keep the tools you need close at hand to make a clean, organized workspace. Set aside zones for things like deep work, teamwork, and rest, and let your brain know what to do in each one. Use headphones that block out noise or a steady music without lyrics to control the sound, and put your phone somewhere else or set it to Do Not Disturb. You can carefully design your digital space by focusing on one thing at a time by going full screen and blocking sites during deep blocks. Keep a distraction capture note handy to write down ideas without losing the moment. Lighting and posture are also important. Bright, indirect light makes you more alert, and a chair and desk that support endurance by keeping your back long and chest open are important. Keep water close at hand to stop mindless web surfing. Make setting up and shutting down a ritual. To start, clear your desk and set block goals. The environment affects behavior, setting the standard for greatness by making it hard to be distracted and easy to concentrate. If your space tells you what to do, you don't have to use effort. Instead, you'll naturally perform well over time. Step 3. Leverage the power of strategic recovery. Many people don't think of rest as important or as a reward, but good performers do. They treat it like a skill. To keep the neurochemical systems that make flow, memory, and accuracy working well, the nervous system needs oscillations, or times when the sympathetic nervous system is active and the parasympathetic nervous system is resting. High performers should follow a rhythm of stillness with quiet, sword with brush, and fight with sword in order to reach this goal. Take 10 to 20-minute breaks in between deep work blocks to walk slowly and rest your eye muscles. Non-sleep deep rest, NSDR, or a short nap in the early afternoon can help you wake up refreshed without feeling sleepy. Move during healing with short mobility flows, band work, or bodyweight exercises to get the blood flowing and clear your mind. To protect your evening recovery routines, turn down the lights after dark and choose low arousal activities like reading, writing in a journal, or listening to music. Reconnect with people and your faith by enjoying a slow meal without screens, being still, and being thankful for one specific achievement. Strategic recovery takes more work because it's not about being weak, it's about being ready to fight again with calmness, accuracy, and precision. Step 4. Reframe stress as fuel for growth. Stress isn't bad. Long-term, unchecked stress is. The stress reaction in our bodies, which includes a faster heart rate, better focus, and more energy, was designed to help us do our best. A study found that how you think about worry affects how your body reacts to it. When you see worry as bad, it makes you feel limited. Stress can help you focus and be more resilient if you see it as a challenge and a sign that you need energy. Musashi was calmly intense in duels, and he didn't freak out when he saw danger because he thought that being aroused meant that he was ready. Start by giving names. Say softly, "This is energy for performance," when you feel stressed out, like before a big presentation or a tough chat. Write down the feelings. Head clear, hands warm, breath faster. Change the phrase from "I'm worried" to "I'm on edge." Language is power. It changes a threat into a plan. Reframing should be done with stance and breath. Spread your back out and stand tall. Take a deep breath in through your nose and then let it out slowly and slowly through your mouth. Say it again. Your brain believes the message your body sends when you are calm. You are learning how to keep a calm face when it's stormy. Prepare for small amounts of stress on purpose. Short sprints, time task sprints, or being exposed to cold, more on that later. Teach your nervous system that you can feel pressure and keep your cool. This is stress inoculation. Small tasks that you choose to take on that boost your confidence for the ones you have to take on. My heart is beating faster to make me feel better. Pressure makes this important. I've trained for times like this. Musashi wrote that purpose cuts through doubt. Your goal here is to use arousal as a tool that sharpens your attention, not as a cloud that obscures it. Set up times for healing between stressful events. Plan to go for a 10-minute walk before and after. Play a well-known, grounding track. Stay hydrated. Write down what you learned in 1 or 2 sentences. What went well, what needs to be changed. Each source of stress becomes a symbol of how strong you are. Musashi said, "Today is victory over yourself of yesterday." Each task should show you that you are stronger and more calm than before. There will be stress. As a teacher, I welcome it. You'll take a deep breath, stand tall, and move forward when it comes, not because you're brave, but because you have trained your reaction. That is the body of a warrior led by a disciplined mind. Step 5. Use implementation intentions. Implementation intentions are crucial in managing stress and reducing choice fatigue. They connect a trigger to an action, reducing hesitation and choice fatigue. To make an action go smoothly, plan your timing ahead of time. Write down your IFTs, such as starting your focus block at 8:30 a.m., walking without a phone, or checking social media while working. Anchors in your surroundings can help you focus on the task at hand. Combining operational goals and friction design can help you create lines for the real you. Stack habits, such as writing tomorrow's most important task on a sticky note or reviewing top priorities after coffee, can help you stay organized. Musashi believed that knowing the enemy's timing is key to victory. Implementation plans take control of time before the battle starts, moving when the cue does. Test and improve your IFTs every week, keeping what works and changing what doesn't. Over time, your day becomes a series of small commitments that force you to do your best work. This is a plan that a fighter would use. Step 6. Prioritize sleep above all else. To be at your best, you need to get enough sleep. It fixes damaged tissue, keeps hormones in check, balances feelings, and resets attention. Willpower wanes, reaction times slow, inspiration fades, and stress levels rise when you don't get enough good sleep. Take care of your sleep, and everything else will be easy. If you give it up, everything else gets harder. Musashi watched over his edge, and you should do the same at night. Aim for a regular time to wake up and a regular time to go to sleep. The brain likes rhythm. Your internal clock will be in sync when your wake time stays the same. This will make it easier to fall asleep and faster to wake up. Set aside 60 minutes to relax. Lower the volume and dim the lights, and do low-stimulation activities like reading, writing in a notebook, or talking to someone. The goal is to show that things will be safe and predictable. Your room should be cool, 18 to 20 degrees Celsius/65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit, dark, with blackout curtains or a sleep mask, and quiet, with a neutral sound that doesn't change so you can fall asleep. Take down any clocks that can be seen. Watching them causes stress. Do not charge your gadgets in your bedroom. Blue light and never-ending feeds keep you from getting deep rest. Tobacco has a long tail. You might want to cut it back 8 to 10 hours before bed. If you drink, stop early and drink a lot of water. Alcohol may knock you out, but it breaks up sleep. Heavy foods late at night can make it hard to sleep, so try to finish dinner a few hours before bed. As you leave work, make a list of the most important things you need to do tomorrow, tie up any lost ends, and call the workday over. When you end something in a clear way, your brain can relax. If you have a thought in bed, Keep a small notepad close by. Say to yourself, "It's saved," after writing it down. Stay away from bright light if you wake up in the middle of the night. Slow down your breathing and let your exhales last longer, or try the easy exercise of counting to 4 on your inhales and 6 on your exhales until you feel calm again. Your phone always wins, so don't try to talk to it. Don't do anything that won't help. Getting too little sleep destroys everything you're hard at. Think of it as machinery that you can't do without. Work hard, love deeply, and train hard, but sleep like a pro. Every day, your happiness, focus, and health will thank you. Step 7. Practice deliberate cold exposure. Cold is a powerful force that can help you find peace and improve your mood. Exposure to cold, such as coming out of the shower or doing a short, safe cold immersion, can make you more alert, improve your mood, and teach you control. Neurotransmitter norepinephrine, linked to energy and attention, increases during cold exposure. To use it correctly, start slowly by running cold water for 15 to 30 seconds after a warm shower, keeping your shoulders down and neck loose. Take steady deep breaths in and out, adding time every day. To train your mind, set a phrase like, "I meet intensity with calm," before entering the cold. Breathe slowly and softly, and pay attention to how clear and bright you feel after. Being out in the cold is a form of managed stress, so give yourself time to recover by moving around, wearing light clothes, staying hydrated, and doing the cold on days when you don't do any heavy lifting. Exercising in the cold teaches your nervous system a useful lesson. You can notice, breathe through, and accept discomfort without getting upset. In tough situations, such as tough talks or races, you will remember that you can keep your cool. Musashi wrote that, "Sense is strong, but sight is weak," and the cold makes you more aware of the difference between danger and pain, and between "I can't" and "I can for one more breath." As a student, go out into the cold and stack your courage every day to see your strength grow.